Been a long time coming, and here is it. One of the wildest riders in the world. A legend, a dream, at the same time a bit of let down. DeLorean DMC-12. You've probably seen the movie Back to the Future, funny flick, and that the DMC-12 played the time machine. And you know what? It pulled off. The DeLorean successfully jumped from the past to the present. Let's break it down a bit. The founding father of the company was John Zachary DeLorean. He named the company after himself and started creating. Lucky for him, he had a ton of experience at boatload. Before this, he worked at Parker, Chrysler, Pontiac, and in '72 he became a VP of General Motors for passenger and commercial vehicle production. But John wanted something of his own, something unique that would make everyone guess. Well, everyone did. The recipe was simple. Take the best and multiply it by originality. Working on the look of this ride was Giorgetto Giugiaro. It is all designed the Millennium designer, the one who sold sketched and that plastic label in Farina to the Chinese and Koreans. Lotus worked on the project documentation for 2 years. They turned John DeLorean's idea into reality. He understood there was no way they could lose. The body. Beautiful. Have you seen the Seagull Wings door? So what if Mercedes had it all before? There is a tour seal on bar twisted 7 times at the really low temperature. Secondary, the body structure itself is something else. Essentially, it's steel backbone covered with polymer resin, onto which fiberglass panels reinforced with polyurethane foam are attached. And on the top of that, sheets of stainless steel. But that's not all. The body is glued together, literally glued from 2 halves, with thumb beams serve as the safety elements installed on the top, front, rear and on the sides. Painting is paint. The paints go off. If you polish it, you'll have keep-ups. No can-do spots remain. But at least it does not rust. And 1 and 2. They didn't give the curve attention, they needed their own 2 Americans, so they crammed in what feed from the V6 series PRV. Break it down, Peugeot, Renault, Volvo. It powered many French cars. Volvotron's agents are chasing it. They drop them in 200s and 700 suitcases. Only there they push out 170 horses. And here, due to US environment standard, the engine is supposed to churn out 130 or some say 150 horses. Blame it on America. Well, there's a trunk, whatever it is, right here. The native dashboard has this cover on top. You know why? The plastic they used for the cover is of horrible quality. Over the years, it just cracks. Americans know about it and deliberately made these trendy covers. Oh, Japanese city cop. You should ride with a hat like this. Looks pretty bad, of course. Okay, let's try. Oh Lord. All right, I'm laying in the car. And of course, the interior. All customers praise the high quality interior finishing, specifically the interior, not the car. What do we have here? No, much. It's like kiddie ride. You're just cruising. 2 buttons to roll down the window, air conditioner, instrumental panel, temperature, charge, tachometer, speedometer, gas tank and oil. That's it. There's nothing else here at all, not even in the armrest. A little trunk port in the back. And of course, watch your head. It's a car for gnomes. The glove compartment is like on DZ-2109, by the way. Everything inside the car is original. Mishmash did not mess with anything here, so
Ta-da!
Volvo. Underneath is DeLorean. No one ever show you. Why do I leave it? To show you the frame, which is like it's shaped. But if you imagine it's 2 letters Y welded together, spreading in different direction. In one extension, the engine and gearbox are installed, and in other, the gas tank. And from here, you can see the independent suspension and link wedge very well. It's all covered with panels, absolutely flat bottom, like this. 5-speed manual. You can install an automatic here, but we have from 0 to 100 acceleration is 10 seconds. 10 seconds, and this is a sport car. Maximum speed is 177 kilometers per hour. Independent suspension springing, as I mentioned, developed by Lotus, the creator of badass sport cars. But DeLorean asked it to make it unlike in America. As a result, comfortable ship, hugging tours, and not at all fairy. It is cool to ride in it, listen to music, catch admiring glance, but it is let down. Imagine if there was an automat here. But there is one but. John Zachary DeLorean could not fully realize his concept for several reasons. An attempt to save money led to a compromise. The plant was opened in Northern Ireland. England helped John with money, but there was no qualified workers. The first cars that went into production in the 80s, delayed by a year, were poor quality, and they brought them workers and engineers from Cherry, but times was missed. Customers wait car for many months. I gotta say, it's just plain uncomfortable here. Did you see the notch in the door for your head? To the left or to the right? And I'm already knocking my head. About the windows? That's all? All! Well, gentlemen, it's like shooting from a pea shooter. Getting in. Well, with my height, there is nothing to do here. The steering wheel isn't adjustable. The knee hits the turn and signal lever combined with the horn. And I keep honking unintentionally. And of course, the cost. America was waiting for affordable supercar for $25,000. The car had its price at 10 cheaper than Porsche 911, but quarter more expensive than Chevrolet Convert and Porsche 924 Turbo, which were winning in all fronts. Handles great. Gears slot in like locking a roof bolt. The turning radius is a bit halfway through. Acceleration is quite peculiar, but it's mostly loaded on the rear axle with rear wheel drive. Like in your youth, it's so cool and bold. But you feel like foreigner object in this car. And probably because the creator of DeLorean, Mr. DeLorean himself, couldn't bring everything he wanted into this car. It's like with expensive wine, you know? Planted the grapes, you harvest them, pressed them, made excellent wine, and it's aged in barrel for decades. And when you poured it in a glass, you dilute it with water. Something like that, but people like it. You see, people can understand that DeLorean isn't the same trail as it was. In reality, it's awesome, it's super, but that's not it is. The fate or human stupidity destroyed the business, it doesn't matter. The company went under, but many years later in America, enthusiasts and fans of the brand renewed the company. And today, if you want, you can even buy a new DeLorean DMC-12. Since 2008, they've been making about 20-30 cars annually. Restored DeLorean and new ones will cost you around $25,000, while specially assembled ones will set you back from $58,000 to $73,000. Everything debatable in this car, but that's what makes it iconic, to be judged, praised, criticized. But John Zachary DeLorean and his DMC-12 have each their names in automotive history. Ultimately, they don't really care what we think about them.